Music surrounds us every day. For some, it's what we wake up to in the morning or what entertains us while jogging for miles on the treadmill. For others, through music can help overcome physical and mental obstacles. KUJH TV's Sam Stratton joins us now from the newsroom to tell us more about how one KU department makes this possible.
Thanks, Courtney. For more than 50 years, music therapy has been offered as a major at KU. The program utilizes music as a therapeutic way to help people overcome any number of physical and mental problems. Students are trained to be versatile and sensitive in treating clients. I recently had the opportunity to meet with one man who has greatly benefited from music therapy. This is his story. Once a week, 22-year-old Joe Steffi walks through the door of room 448 in Murphy Hall on the KU campus. He's been doing it for 5 years. In this office, Joe listens and plays music in an hour-long session. The session is led by students specializing in using music as a way to help individuals overcome personal obstacles. The music therapy students work with Joe on a variety of instruments to help him cope with problems stemming from autism and Down syndrome. Cynthia Colwell, one of 3 professors leading the music therapy program, says music is central in anybody's life, even for people with disabilities.
It's hard to imagine anybody not connecting with some type of music. All of us in our lives have a passion for music. It may be very different. Yours may be something, and I might look at your music and go, how could that possibly be, motivating for you or what have you? But we all have music in our lives at some level.
It was apparent to Joe's mother, Janet, that music was going to be key in helping him. However, her problem was identifying just how he could benefit from it.
One of the few things that would help Joe focus was music, and we had never explored, and we didn't know anything about music therapy and what could happen, but he needed to learn how to socialize. He needed to learn how to interact. His needs were great enough. We just needed to see what can music really do for Joe.
KU's free music therapy clinic quickly determined that the main goal for Joe should be to improve his communication skills. This became even more important when in 2005 Joe became the owner of his own kettle corn business.
And so our path then was to get him to be able to communicate enough that he could manage that business on his own. And so the music therapy sessions have been a way of getting him his articulation better so that he could be understood, his comfort level so that he would look at people in the eye when he's, if you're going to try to sell something, you have to have a certain demeanor. And he was very, like you said, shy and withdrawn and wouldn't talk and wouldn't establish eye contact and wouldn't shake hands. And it's hard to do business that way.
Not only has music therapy helped Joe improve these skills, but it has also jump-started his confidence level, a trait that, according to Janet, Joe always struggled with.
And he really wants to talk to the customers. And he's never wanted to talk to people for any reason. And being given, again, the structure that this is what you say, then he has carried that over to that environment. And he is interacting with people, and we think it's quite cool.
Joe's therapy with students at KU hasn't been a one-way street. Robin Williams oversees Joe's therapy and has worked with him for the past 2 years. She says that the experiences she has had, not only with Joe, but with his whole family, have been an eye-opener.
It's really neat to interact with Joe and then also to have those interactions with his family members. And I think probably from Joe, I've learned so much simply about what's available for individuals with disabilities and what parents go through when they have a child with disabilities and how their experiences, influence their decisions later in life.
For Joe and his parents, one of the best decisions they say they ever made was walking in the office on the 4th floor of Murphy Hall and getting Joe on the sweet-sounding road to a better life. One of the biggest accomplishments for Joe the Steffis tell me about came last year when he was working at his kettle corn stand. He was able to ask a stranger walking by, "Would you like to try some kettle corn?" It may have only been an 8-word short sentence, but to Ray and Janet Steffi, it was an enormous achievement, an achievement that they attribute all to KU's music therapy program. Courtney?
Thanks, Sam.